Hi, this is Valerie with Gimme Living More. All right, I'm glad you're joining me today. This is a difficult video to make, but I've shared the good, so I thought it's a lifestyle channel and I should share the ugly as well. So, my long-term relationship ended, and it's hard. It's really hard. I wasn't expecting it. My ex-partner made poor choices, bad decisions, and it has led to the demise of the relationship. I'm not here for pity or I just wanted to talk to you about what happened in general terms, and I wanted to take ownership for my part in the demise, and I wanted to talk about deciding about moving forward. So I met this gentleman years ago and I fell in love, and I really thought that I was going to spend the rest of my life with him. And as we know now, that is not the case. So my part of the demise and the relationship, had I known what I know now, should have ended long ago. You know how sometimes you get those gnawing gut feelings, your instincts kick in. I didn't listen. I didn't follow my gut instincts, and I fell in love with potential. And whenever I would approach him about these things, I loved him, and when he looked me in my eyes and he lied, I wanted to believe that he loved me as well and he was telling the truth. I mean, no one looks for the worst in their partner. Why would you be in a partnership if you were looking for the worst in your partner? And I'm educated, I have my bachelor's degree, so it wasn't lack of education that kept me from making these mistakes. I'm 49, so it wasn't because I wasn't old enough to know better. So my point is, mistakes that are life-changing can happen at any age, in any education level, especially when it comes to love. I have struggled with some anxiety and different mental health issues over the course of my lifetime. And this is the healthiest I've ever been mentally. And it's good. And that's just it. I don't want to lose that. I've worked really hard to be in this good place mentally and emotionally, to be healthy physically as well. And I don't want to lose that. It's very important to me. So I know that I'm not the only person who has gone through this and that has struggled. And I wanted to let other women know it's okay. The first thing you need to do is acknowledge the role that you played in it, because we normally play a role. Then forgive yourself, because it's really easy after we realize our own part in it to beat ourselves up continuously. And then we have choices on how we want to move forward. We can Let this be a defining moment in a negative manner, or we can choose otherwise. We can definitely choose to be the victim, and I'm not denying that there's no hurt or pain, because it's very painful, and my heart is broken, and I'm angry. But I want to take those things and turn it into something good. I want to move forward and find happiness and peace. I don't want to hold on to, even though technically I am a victim in this situation to some extent, I don't want that mentality. I want to have, I have conquered, I have overcame, I'm a warrior. And I believe, I've done a video about this before. I believe words and thoughts are very important, especially to being mentally healthy. And I don't want to hold on to anything that isn't going to keep me going in the direction that I want to go in. And I want to go in a positive manner. I don't want this to define me in a negative way. I could hold on to the anger. I could hold on to the hate. I could waller in it and self-pity and lay in bed all day and cry. And it's not going to get me where I want to go. And I'm not saying that there's not moments of those, periods, but I don't want that to be my new lifestyle, is what I'm saying. Because I'll be completely honest, I have days or moments where things, I'm like, I can conquer the world. And then I have moments of, it's hard. It's just hard. I am very fortunate that I have a really good network of family and friends. My two oldest daughters that live outside of the house, they call me and they say, I'm just calling to check on you. I have friends online and off that are praying for me and want me to be better. And even if you're not Christian and you're not asking or seeking prayer, sometimes though, just to still have someone call and say that they care about you and that they're sending you positive vibes and good energy and, voodoo, these are good things. These are good things. It just means that the people that you love and trust, they want you to be better. And I think, that was really, I'm still struggling, because I trusted this gentleman who winded up not being a gentleman. But I trusted this man. I trusted him. I trusted him with my children. I trusted him with my grandchildren. I trusted him with my life. And, it's a struggle to, and then, you have your self-doubts. Again, you start beating yourself up and going, how could I fall in love with someone like that? What was I thinking? Why didn't I see the signs? Why didn't I A, B, and C? Again, after it occurs and it's over, you have to forgive yourself for not maybe seeing all the signs that were there, or the signs that you possibly ignored, the signs that you were blind to because you were in love. You have to forgive yourself. That is the very first step to healing, is forgiving yourself. And then deciding, how do you want to move forward? How much after this is done do you want to let that other person still dictate how you feel? Do you want their behavior, actions to determine your worth, your future? Do you want that? Because I don't. It sucks. What happens sucks. There's times I'm really sad. There's times I'm really angry, and that's also a normal part of the healing process. But again, I am looking for the good. I am seeking peace. And I don't want to be bitter and stay home and not participate in life because of this event. I'm having trouble finding some of the right words, if you haven't noticed, because it's hard. It's hard to have this conversation. It's hard to make this video. It's hard to talk about, but I think it's very, very important. Aging Gorgeously, the timing was crazy. She asked men and women what were the mistakes you've made in your relationship. And I was like, wow, men and women have both made some of the same mistakes where they fell in love with potential. They didn't trust their gut. They didn't see the red flags. They didn't end things. They stayed in the relationship longer than they should have for whatever reasons. So I was like, it just made me realize that is not something that is unique to me. This happens to women and men of every age, every color, every background. And I thought, I can, again, waller in self-pity, or I can move forward. I can take the information that I have learned, because by golly, what's that you gonna learn today? I learned more than I've ever wanted lately. And I can take that information and I can pass it along. And passing it along, it gives me a purpose to maybe help someone else that may be struggling right now, and to let them know that they're not alone. This happens to lots of people every day. It's sad and it sucks, but you're not alone. And reach out. Don't try to do this by yourself. Let your family know. Let your friends know, because your family and your friends, your support system, reach out to your support system, because they want you to be your best. And it's amazing to see what people will do to help you. But they can't help you if they don't know. So forgive yourself. I'm not ready to forgive the other half. I still think really mean, terrible thoughts. I'll be honest. I'm not ready to forgive that at all. But I have to forgive myself to begin the healing process. And I want to heal. I want to be better, because when I am sick, then I don't get to enjoy my family. And I have the 3 most wonderful grandbabies on the face of the earth. And I don't get to enjoy the things that I love. And I enjoy making videos and playing with makeup and doing A, B, and C. I don't want to give those things up. So I've got to make a choice that I want to be better. And then I've got to move in that direction. I have to take steps every day, intentional steps to move in that direction. And I just wanted to share these things with other people because I know I'm not the only one. And I'm hoping if there's any subscribers that are going through anything like this, or you know someone that may be struggling, maybe this is what they need to hear, that they need to forgive themselves and that they're going to be okay. And where nobody is dismissing the hurt or the pain or the anger, because all of those emotions are there. It's just, how are you going to use that pain? How are you going to use that anger? Are you going to let it be a self-destructing force? Or are you going to channel it in a positive measure and have something good come out of it? I want the best outcome for what has happened. And I think making this video is part of that outcome. It's not all of it, but I think it's part of it. I just deep down believe that this needs to be shared with other people. And so I'm looking forward sometimes to this new beginning, but it's also scary because it was a long-term relationship and I trusted him and I depended on him, and he was my other half. And now I'm single and I don't have, whether the safety net was real or not, I thought I had one, even if it was an optical illusion. I thought, oh yeah, I have this safety net. I have this partner. Well, I didn't know. But again, just have to move forward. So as I continue on with this life journey, I had a contract lined up for South Dakota to go at the beginning of May. I was so excited. The hospital is supposed to be great. They're supposed to be traveler friendly. I already had a place to stay. I have learned in my life that it's very, very important to take care of myself. And when I'm traveling, that takes a certain skill set and a certain mindset that right now I don't have. So if you pray or positive energy, good vibes, voodoo, any of that, send it all my way because I need some. And I think I need to stay home and find a job locally and get some healing under my belt because this is pretty new. And then, maybe venture back out into the traveling world. But I don't think traveling right now for my mental health, emotional stability, physical well-being, I don't think that's a good idea right now. And I've been struggling with this because I wanted to. But this is sort of kind of, changed things. It's changed my entire life. And, I don't think ignoring it isn't going to make it go away. So I think the best thing for me to do is stop, take care of myself, make sure I'm 100% again before, traveling, because traveling just takes a lot. It takes, because you're in a new place, the environment, the food, the work, the everything is new. And you just have to have the mindset for that. And, I normally enjoy that, but right now that is just not the best for me. So, and again, I want the best possible outcome. So, if you're new here, I'm sorry, this isn't the introduction to my life. And if you've returned, well, thank you. Thank you for being here. I really, really appreciate it. And again, if you know of anyone that could benefit from hearing what I'm going through, if it can help even one single person, that would be awesome, because I don't want anyone to have to reinvent the wheel. And if I can give out good information and it saves someone some time or heartache, or helps them make better decisions that improves their health, then that's important to me, because by trade I am a nurse, and I do like helping people, and I want people to be successful, and not just in their eyeshadow selections and lip color, but all around, to be healthy and at their best and to enjoy their life. So I hope by sharing this information that I'm helping someone somewhere, even if I never know it. Anyway, this has been long-winded because I've stumbled with words, because it's one of the hardest videos I've ever made so far. There may be harder ones later, but right now this is one of the hardest videos I've ever made. And again, I cannot appreciate your love and support enough. Thank you all so very much, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.